Hey everyone, and welcome. So today we're going to do something a little different. We're not just analyzing a topic, we're actually going to deconstruct a promise. We're going to take one single, really powerful title and break down exactly why it's so hard to resist. All right, so here it is, 4 Harvard techniques to 10x your memory. You've probably seen a title just like this, right? It's so confident, it's so specific, and wow, is it appealing. It practically dares you not to click, promising this secret shortcut to a smarter, better you. And that's really the big question we're asking today. What is going on in our brains when we see a title like this? What specific buttons is it pushing that makes it so powerful? This isn't just about good marketing. It's practically a masterclass in what makes us tick.
Okay, so here's our game plan. We'll start by looking at the ultimate promise at its core. Then we'll dive into the Harvard effect, the 10x allure, and the power of a simple system. After that, we'll put it all together to see the perfect formula, and we'll wrap up by talking about what this all means for us.
First up, the ultimate promise. You know, at the very heart of this title is something that speaks to basically every single one of us. That deep down drive to be better. We all want to improve, right? To learn faster, be smarter, remember more.
And that is the key, right there. This isn't being sold as some minor tweak or a little helpful hint. No, it's framed as a fundamental upgrade to who you are. It completely skips over small, incremental gains and goes straight for a life-changing transformation. So, you've got this promise of a huge transformation. But where does it come from? How can it make such a big claim? Well, that brings us to our next piece of the puzzle, the Harvard effect. That name carries some serious psychological weight. What's happening here is it's tapping into a well-known cognitive bias called the appeal to authority. It's a mental shortcut, really. Our brains are just wired to trust experts. So when you slap the name Harvard on something, it's like an instant stamp of approval. It tells our brain, hey, this is legit, it's been tested, it's elite, it works. And you can see the difference so clearly right here. On one hand, you have a good memory tip. Okay, fine, you could find that anywhere. But a Harvard memory technique? Wow, that just feels different, doesn't it? It sounds like you're getting access to some secret, privileged information. So you've got the authority, but the promise gets even bigger. And that leads us to our next element, the 10x allure. It's not just elite knowledge. It's elite knowledge with a massive, quantifiable result attached to it. I mean, think about that for a second. 10 times. Not 10%. 10 times. That's not just an improvement. That's a revolution in your abilities. It suggests a complete leap to a whole new level. It really is the difference between walking a little faster and suddenly being able to fly. And when you look at it on a chart like this,